Which type of a coach is better, observing coach or a fighting coach? If you'd like to know my opinion on this, stay tuned and watch this short video. If you want to take your mental game to the next level, check out my mental training for MMA 2.0, A Fighter's Guide to Mental Toughness instructional. To find out more, click on the link in the description. Hi, my name is Mark Leichner from MMAcoach.net, where we teach coaches, fighters and enthusiasts how to train smart and not just hard. And in today's video, we'll be talking about two types of coaches, a fighting coach and an observing coach, and which one is better. First, let's describe both types of coaches. A fighting coach is someone that either competes or at least spars with his students. An observing coach is someone who doesn't compete or at least doesn't spar with his students. He might show techniques, but he doesn't engage in sparring. Now, both types of coaches can be very good and successful. Now we're going to list the differences between the two. As you can probably see, I'm a fighting coach, which means I spar with my students, and I used to coach before I retired and when I competed. I retired in 2008. Now I don't compete anymore, I haven't done that in a while, but I do spar with my students as much as my injuries allow me to. And during these past couple of years I used to get sick a lot because I have a small child, and whenever he got sick, I got sick, and that limited my sparring time and drilling time with my students. And whenever I did get sick or some part of my body got swollen up, like my knees or elbows, then I turned into an observing coach. But whenever I'm healthy, I'm a fighting coach. What characterizes the fighting coach and the observing coach? An observing coach might be too old to spar, maybe he's too injured, maybe he doesn't want to spar, but he can still be a very good coach. The good thing about an observing coach is that he observes, so he can watch his fighters drilling, he can watch his fighters sparring, and he can see what needs to be improved and what is good. On the other hand, a fighting coach is there in the trenches with his own fighters. He's sparring them, he's drilling with them, he might be even competing still, so he cannot always see the mistakes his fighters are doing. I've learned from both types of coaches, and the one I've learned most from was a fighting coach. I met him in Sweden, and he really changed my game completely. His name is August Wallén, and he fought at the time, but also coached us. And the good thing about that kind of an instructor is that he can not only show you the techniques, he can kick your ass using those techniques. And that's exactly what happened to me. And I loved it, because I saw what was possible and it motivated me to master them even more. And I think that's important because you actually get to feel the technique working against you. And that's exactly what I'm doing with my students. Not only am I showing them techniques, but I'm using it against them, and that way they can feel the technique being used on them. The downside of a fighting coach is that he doesn't always see his students making mistakes because he's too busy sparring them or drilling with them. Another potential downside of the fighting coach is that there might be a rivalry between him and his students. I mean, when I say rivalry, I mean unhealthy one. And this is really sad if it happens because they are both on the same side. Good rivalry is okay. And what does good rivalry mean? It means that when you both come to training, you want to, win in sparring, but not at the cost of injuring one another. So both parties need to be mature in order for that not to happen. There are many examples of good coaches in both camps. I admit I'm subjective, so I'm leaning towards the fighting coach because I am a fighting coach myself, and I used to be coached by one. As I've said before, it doesn't mean that the observing coach is bad. And there are many good observing coaches, and in fact many of them are coaches of UFC champions. If you want high quality supplements at a discount, we recommend the world's #1 online sports nutrition brand, MyProtein. With over 105,000 products, MyProtein has the biggest range in the world, and if you use our coupon code MMACoach15, you will get 15% off. If you buy through our links, we will get a very small affiliate percentage without any additional cost to you. They also offer worldwide delivery. Check out MyProtein links in the description below. What do you think? Which one is better, a fighting or an observing coach? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, like it and share it, and you can also subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in a more in-depth MMA training, check out my instructionals. My name is Mark Leitner from MMAcoach.net, and I will see you again very soon.